So I've always had an interest in liminal spaces in the backrooms ever since it became popular. So I kind of wanted to make an interactive video about it. So let's get into it.
Pick a door between 1 and 4. The door you choose will be the place you have to stay at for a month. You will have 5 seconds to make your choice. You have entered an abandoned grocery store. There's plenty of food for you to eat. The food restocks daily. However, there's an unknown substance in the air that makes the food spoil much faster than it usually would. You'll have to eat in a 10-minute time frame, and that will be the only time you will eat that day. By the end of the day, the smell will be awful, and you will have to use every ounce of your energy to not pass out. Some aisles are dark since the lights don't work. Sometimes you'll see a figure in the corner of your eye. Do not pay any attention to it. Who knows what will happen? You have entered a small, cozy chalet in the forests of the Pacific Northwest. Most of the time it's cloudy and rainy, but sometimes the sky may be clear. There's a normal day and night cycle, but night is perpetually twilight. It doesn't get fully dark. The temperature is a cool 47 degrees. The chalet smells like cinnamon rolls and coffee. The pantry restocks daily with fresh baked goods, fruits, and beverages. The chalet is filled with cozy, warm lighting. There's plenty of books for you to read and cozy chairs to sit in. The bed is very soft, and you'll have a good night's sleep. There's no danger here, and it's peaceful here. You've entered an abandoned indoor water park. The air is damp and cold around 50 degrees. It's dark, and the only source of light is shallow, cold factory lights. There seems to be endless plastic slides of all sorts of colors. Do not go down any of the slides. You may sometimes see glowing white ice darkness of the slides. The pools at the end of the slide have endless depth, and the water is aerated so there's no buoyancy, so even if you're best swimmer, you'll still drown in the water. There's a wave pool that doesn't work, but you should never go into the wave pool. The water is freezing. Food is limited. There's only a few vending machines scattered throughout, but most of them are almost out of stock, so think about your food wisely. Your only source of water are the pools, which have chlorine in them, so it's not recommended to drink from them. You have entered a dentist office. The decor is from the 2000s. The waiting room has toys and a vending machine and a TV with some select channels. The lighting is dim with some sections having no lights. You may hear screams coming from the offices or equipment falling, but you won't see anybody. You are alone. The air smells sterile. The TV in the waiting room plays the same 4 channels, and you can't change them. If you look in the mirror in the waiting room, you won't recognize the person looking back. Welcome to round 2. Instructions are the same as before. Pick a door between 1 and 4. You have 5 seconds. You've entered a large library. One section has shelves of books you can choose from. Another section is the computer lab, where there's desks and computers. The library is filled with dim fluorescent lighting that hums. Everything has a yellowish tint to it. There's a few vending machines throughout that provide food and beverages. On the computer that's provided to you, you're required to write 2 comprehensive research papers a week. If you miss any deadline or get below a 60%, a vending machine will disappear. If it keeps happening, eventually all the vending machines will disappear, and you'll have nothing that will sustain you, but as long as you do the work, you should be safe. You've entered a spacious house with plenty of bedrooms and bathrooms. There's plenty of food and you have all the amenities. However, there are strict routines you have to follow or there will be consequences. You must be awake by 7 a.m. exactly. By 7:30 a.m., you must be ready for breakfast. For the rest of the day, you can relax and do whatever you want, but don't go outside. They don't like that. By 5 p.m., you must come to dinner. By 8 p.m., all lights are out. You should be getting ready for bed. By 9 p.m., your eyes should be closed. You may hear something in your room, or feel a presence at exactly 2:36 a.m. and 3:14 a.m. Ignore it, and keep your eyes closed no matter what. Follow all the rules and you should be mostly safe here. You've entered dark, wet, concrete tunnels. The air is cold and damp. It smells like mold and trash. Sleeping here is nearly impossible. There are many paths. Walking down the tunnel leads you to even more tunnels. Your only source of light is your flashlight, but it can sometimes cut off and on. The water in the tunnel will get higher and higher, rising a foot a day. There's a slithering abomination that's inside the tunnels that eats anyone alive if provoked. If you run into it, good luck. You've entered a shipwrecked military submarine that's been abandoned for a long time. It's very dark and your only source of light is a dim flashlight. The air is humid and it smells like rust and dirt. It's also contaminated with traces of radiation. All you see are rusted pipes, walls, and wires everywhere you go in tight, cramped corridors. Food is very limited, with your only source of food being expired MREs. The ceilings are constantly dripping with water. Sleeping here is nearly impossible. This place will quickly take a toll on your sanity. There is no exit or way out. All you can do here is wait it out. Welcome to the last round. At this point you know the drill. You have 5 seconds. You've entered a dark and dense forest. It's perpetually dark with no source of light except a flashlight with low battery. There's a constant sense of paranoia and dread everywhere you go. Sometimes you'll see an old cabin in the distance. If you see lights on or hear anything inside, do not get close to it. If the cabin is dark, you may use it for shelter, and you may find expired canned food and old water. You may sometimes see a shadow figure hiding in the trees at the corner of your eyes. Don't visibly react to it, or it will be bad. There is no escape here until your time is up. You've entered an arcade. There's a large variety of games you can choose to play. The lighting is dim but colorful. The carpet has unique patterns. There's plenty of snack bars that you can eat and drink at. You may sleep on the floor, which is pretty soft and comfortable. The selection of games changes each day, and the food restocks daily. You will have a pretty chill life here. You've entered a green open field with trees scattered and distant mountains. It has a normal day and night cycle, and it's mostly sunny during the day, and the moon is always bright at night. There's a car waiting for you, and it has plenty of snacks and drinks. You can drive anywhere and explore whatever you want. Just one thing, don't swim in any of the lakes for too long, or you could be at risk of getting a brain-eating amoeba. You've entered a vast hotel with patterned red carpet that's polished all around. There's various rooms, like hotel rooms, the lobby, a convention hall, and a dining area. Old ambient music plays all throughout the area. The whole place gives you a sense of dread. Some rooms feel heavier than others. Your sanity will drop quickly. You may hear certain noises coming from the rooms or voices. Do not try to investigate too much, and stay in areas you feel the most comfortably.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I kind of wanted to go in a different direction with this one. I want to expand past just gaming videos, so expect a little more variety. I'll still do animations, of course, and play and talk about the games I usually talk about on here. None of that's going to change. But I got this idea from one of the mini TikTok videos where you pick a path or your month and you get a liminal space that's either paradise or you're just in hell. But a lot of those videos use AI images or AI scripts, and I'm 100% against AI for most things. It's taking away creativity, it's stealing from human artists and content creators, and it's taking away clean water. So I tried my best to find background images that were taken or photoshopped by real people, and I wrote all these sections myself. but I may have taken inspiration from some of them. But that's all I had to say. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.